So children, this is our part 2 video, and in this video we have to learn the chapter 2, that is element, compound and mixture. In this video we have to learn about the elements, about the compounds, what is atomicity, what is valency, how the symbol is given to a particular element. Who has discovered that? So all this thing we will learn. Okay. So let's start first with the symbol of element. Children's, we have already seen in the previous video that we have 118 elements. Okay. So like this here, you can see in the screen it is hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, sulfur and so on. Lot of 118 elements are there. So every time when we write the chemical formula or a chemical reaction, okay, so to write the complete word, it is very difficult, isn't it? So what do the scientists have done? They have given the symbol for it. Like suppose hydrogen H, carbon C, nitrogen N, oxygen O, fluorine F. It's a capital F, or abbreviate is a capital letter. Sulfur S, boron B, phosphorus P, iodine I. Okay. So who has given this? First of all, that we have to see. Then we will learn about the rules. What the rules has been given. So that was first of all was introduced by Lavoisier. After that, John Dalton has also given about this, have spoken about the symbol. Okay, and at that time the symbols were like that. See, like gold, how the silver, then lead. It's not letters. It is in some of the drawings like that you can see. So when the elements were less in numbers, then that time we can be aware, we can memorize it, right? And it is easier. But as the numbers were increasing of the elements, that time what? It's very difficult to handle these pictures, right? So what the next scientist came, and his name is what? Baron Johannes Jacob Berzelius. Baron Johannes Jacob Berzelius. Okay, he has given some of the guidelines which is being followed till now, that how the symbol has to be denoted, how the elements or symbol has to be given. Okay, so that is fixed. So let's see how it has been given. You should be aware, right? So that when the madam will ask you, you should not give as only first letter as hydrogen H. So here you have seen only first letter, no? So but that is not the end. That is the starting. So let's see. So first is that, first of all, what happened? First letter is taken. So we have seen the first letter is taken. But first letter in the English alphabet, only 26 letters are there. And how many elements are there? That is 118 elements are there. Right? So again it is difficult. So what they did, as the first letter has been taken, then they have started taking the two letters. The first letter as a capital and the second letter as a small. So let's see that example also. Here, like calcium, cadmium, chlorine. No, chlorine again first and third is taken. Okay. Platinum, first and 1, 2, 3, fourth one is taken. So what is that? They have taken first as a first letter which is capital. The second adopted first letter capital and second letter small. Then that also finished. Then what they have done? They have taken the first letter as a capital or third letter or a fourth letter like that. Okay, it's like a barium, again first and second. Bromine, Br. Beryllium, Be. But what about platinum? It is P and the fourth letter T. Chlorine, C and the third letter L. So you cannot rely only that yes, we don't need to learn it, read it, as it will be asked by somebody, or in the examination I'll write the first letter. No. It will be totally wrong. So you have to go through it. Okay. After that also finished. Then third they have given as some of the names has been taken from Latin word. So that's known as Latin names, like sodium. Latin name is natrium. But first letter we cannot take as S. S is already sulfur. Okay. S means any of these letters we could not take. Right. That's why they have taken as a Latin names sodium, which is known as natrium in the Latin names, and its symbol is Na. Gold is aurum, and its symbol is Au. Not of this one, this Latin name. So Na, capital N and small a, aurum, Au. So this is a rule of how the symbol has been given in the modern periodic table. Okay, so I hope it is clear. You have to learn it from your side also. Right. So next is we have to learn about atomicity. What is atomicity? Atomicity is actually the number of atoms. Atomicity is number of atoms present in one molecule of an element. Atomicity is number of atoms in one molecule of an element, particular element. Okay. So according to that, some of them are monoatomic, some of them are diatomic, some of them are triatomic, some of them are polyatomic. Monoatomic means that element is made up of only one kind of atom, and in one molecule only one atom is there. Diatomic, it is one molecules, they have two atoms. Di means two, tri means three. So that one molecule contains three atoms. Polyatomic, poly means so many. So that element, one molecule, they have many atoms. Okay, so that are polyatomic. So that is only the atomicity is. Atomicity, number of atoms in one molecule of an element. Because we have learned that yes, atoms and atoms combine and they form the molecules. So how many atoms combined in a particular molecule? How many atoms combined and form molecules in one particular element is atomicity. Okay. So let's see here, hydrogen is H2 denoted, so it has a 2. Oxygen O2, so it has a 2. 2 is what? It's a atom. So chlorine Cl2, so 2. Sulfur S8, so 8. Phosphorus P4, so 4. This is the atomicity. Atomicity is number of atoms in one molecule of a particular element. एक मॉलिक्यूल में कितने एटम्स हैं पर्टिकुलर एलिमेंट में? एक एलिमेंट में, एक मॉलिक्यूल में कितने एटम्स हैं? ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाट एटमिसिटी. नेक्स्ट वी हैव टू लर्न अबाउट कंपाउंड. आई होप इट इज क्लियर चिल्ड्रन. So next we have to learn about the compound. Okay, so compound is what, children? Compound is made up of the two elements. It may be two or it may be more than two. Compound can be two or it can be more than two elements, but it is always combined in a fixed proportion, fixed ratio. So that is the compound. It has a particular formula, like suppose water is H2O. It will never change its formula. So that is why it is made up of two elements. Two elements what? It's written hydrogen, oxygen. The two atoms of hydrogens combine and they form, and with one atom of oxygen, two atoms of hydrogen combine with one atom of hydrogen and they form water. Similarly, sodium chloride, ammonia, carbon dioxide, all are compound. Okay. Next also see calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3, lime or quicklime, that is Ca capital O, zinc chloride, ZnCl2, all are compound. It is made up of two elements. It has a fixed ratio. It has a fixed proportion. Here zinc, it is made up of Zn is what? Zinc. Zinc 1 atom and chlorine 2 atoms combine and they form what? Zinc chloride. It will never change. So that is, it have a fixed proportion and ratio. So I hope that point is also clear, children. Then let's come on the valency. What is valency? See, valency, it's a starting is only given. It's not the end. So these terms you understand it very, very well. Further, these are the only thing which you have to learn. Not only in class 6. This is the starting point. Till you will learn the chemistry, these terms are going to remain and you have to understand it well. So please children, listen it very, very carefully. And after seeing the videos, you read the chapter, understand it well. If any doubt, you can ask me. Okay. So what is children valency? Valency is the combining capacity of an element. In the short, you can say valency is a combining capacity of an element. Suppose see carbon. Carbon is the element we have learned. It has a 4 valency. So what does it 4 represent? It 4 represents, it maximum it can combines with more 4 atoms of any other element. 4 means it's a valency. That also means maximum it can combines with 4 atoms of any other element. Not more than 4. Yes, less than 4 it may be possible, but not more than 4. Okay. So children, this is the valency. You have to also learn the valency, but don't worry, not now. Further you have to learn. All the elements have 180 elements have the valency. Most of them have a fixed valency, right? Some of the valency also changes. So that is called variable valency. Or you can say either they have 1 valency or a 2 valency or a 3 valency. So that is why all the elements have a valency. Most of them have the fixed valency. Some of them have the variable valency. So for that explanation purpose, I have written here, children. I have given as a homework also to write the 20 elements. So let's see. This is what? This is a short periodic table of only 20 elements. I have written only the symbol. Okay. So this side, what is that side? Horizontal side. Horizontal, from left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. It is what? It is the period. How many periods are there? They have 7 periods in the periodic tables. I'm not going to explain much, otherwise our video will be lengthy and you don't have to learn much. Whatever I am explaining for the understanding purpose, right? So let's see that we have to learn that fixed valency and variable valency. So let's see, hydrogen is here, then helium here, then lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. So these are the 20 elements. It is written in the periodic table in this way only. Okay. So these are the periods. Horizontal is the periods. We have 7 periods. Groups are written in the Roman. So 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A and 0. Okay. So this complete group will have 1 valency. The second will have 2 valency. The third will have 3 valency. The fourth will have 4 valency. That's it. First, second, third, fourth. After that it will decrease. The fifth will have 3 valency. The sixth will have 2 valency. The seventh will have 1 valency. And then 0. Then they will have 0 valency. Okay, children. So this is the valency like this. Okay. You have to learn what is monovalent, what is divalent, what is trivalent. So monovalent means if the elements have one valency, they are known as monovalent. So hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium all have the one valency, so known as monovalent. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, they have two valency, so they are divalent. Boron, aluminium, many more are there, but you don't have to learn more. So that's why I have given only 20 to understand. So they have three valency, written also 3A, so three valency. So that is known as trivalent. Okay. Now how the formula is derived? Let's see in a quick manner, because we have already learnt this. So let's see one example, ammonia. So ammonia, if we have to take the example, then we should be aware it's a compound. And obviously, the formula is written for a compound. For elements, we have symbol. So ammonia is made up of what? Nitrogen and hydrogen. So we will write first the symbol. So N, nitrogen. So N we have written. Hydrogen, so H I have written. Then below the symbol you have to write the valency. Then nitrogen valency is 3. How I came to know? Here you see 1, 2, 3, 4. To 4 it will increase. After that it will decrease. So nitrogen is in 5th group. So they have 3 valency. Okay. Then hydrogen. It's in top level and it has a 1 valency. So then crisscross we will do. N1, so N1. H3, so H3. So ammonia, NH3. In this way we write the formula, children. Okay, thank you.